What's going on, everyone? Today we're practicing some frontside pop shove-its here. I think a lot of people make this trick more complicated than what it really is. They say that they can't get the scoop right, they can't pop it right, or whatever the case is. It's a lot easier than it looks. So I think a common misconception with frontside shove-its is wanting to scoop it in front of you. It doesn't really scoop in front of you. The board doesn't really go all out in front of you. It just kind of stays under you. In fact, you don't want it to go too far ahead of you. People, tend to assume that you need to scoop the front shove in front of you if you want to get a good front shove. And if you take a look at it here, a normal frontside pop shove, it doesn't really go in front of you. It's just people don't want it to go behind them, but of course that doesn't mean that you have to scoop it super hard in front of you. This is what happens when you try to scoop really hard. You're doing that horizontal scooping motion and the tail's just scraping across the ground a lot, and you end up sacrificing the height on the frontside shove when you do this because you're not focusing so much on the pop. So when you're focusing more on the scooping motion, you end up scraping that tail along, ends up messing up your tail more when you do it like that, and it also it doesn't give you as much height. So what I do with the front shove is I don't really focus too much on the scoop. I focus a little bit more on the pop. I don't get so crazy with the scoop because you don't really need to. And when you do, it sets you up for that horizontal sort of thing going on where you don't get much height off of the front shove. So from my perspective, after doing lots and lots of front shoves, I would say to focus more on the height versus the scooping, because you want to get a good height with it, and it doesn't take too much effort to get that 180-degree rotation. It's actually pretty easy. It's not like you're trying to shove it really hard to get a 360 or anything like that. You're just doing the 180 rotation. So I would say focus on the height, and of course over time when you get more comfortable with it, that's when the whole 1 foot catch thing comes in. Of course, obviously that's optional or whatever, but it's just a fun little plus to that. So if you want a better frontside pop shove it, I would say focus more on the pop versus the scoop because it'll give you a better height. And also try to suck your feet up more. The more you bring up your feet, the more you're going to allow the board to rise and get better height. So comment down below any other videos you want me to do visual references for. Thanks for watching as always. See you next time.